So BetStop is officially live as of a couple of days ago. So recently there's been a big parliamentary inquiry into problem gambling, and the first major notable change that has actually taken place is the introduction and installation of BetStop. It happened a few days ago. So BetStop essentially is a National Self-Exclusion Register where you can sign up and self-exclude yourself from every single bookie that is out there, whether that's an online bookie, a phone wagering company, whatever it be. You can instantly self-exclude yourself from every single bookie. Currently, you can exclude yourself for a minimum of 3 months and up to a lifetime. It's a free of charge service. Not only does it prevent you from placing a bet as well, but signing up to BetStop means that you will stop receiving advertising and marketing from these bookies who love to send texts, emails, give you phone calls. Some of them, you will be excluded from receiving all of that promotional material as well. So a really good change, I guess, to the industry, particularly for problem gamblers who struggle to get away from the industry due to, I guess, the predatory nature of the bookies and reaching out and trying to entice people to bet with them. So when you sign up to BetStop, you can nominate up to 5 people to be your support person, essentially, and anything that changes throughout your application, whether you wish to extend your application or actually end your self-exclusion with BetStop, your support person will be notified as well. Also, on top of that, if you want to end your self-exclusion once you sign up to BetStop, you must complete a statutory declaration, a stat dec, to confirm that you have seen a counsellor or a GP to discuss your decision to cancel your self-exclusion. And yeah, as I mentioned, a support person as well will also be notified. So that's a few little details about it. Now, there are some critics about BetStop and whether or not it will work, particularly from the NTRC, or the Northern Territory Racing Commission. They've basically stated that gamblers can quite easily circumnavigate BetStop and the system to be able to bet even if they have self-excluded. I won't bring to light sort of the ways that they think that gamblers will be able to find those loopholes. However, they do have their concerns, I suppose, which is quite ironic, I guess, because the NTRC actually do have their own self-exclusion system at the moment, whereby Sportsbet, Tab, Ladbrokes, Neds, all of the bookies are required to use and basically ensure that anyone who is self-excluded through the NTRC, they aren't allowed to open up a betting account or receive promotional material from the bookies. However, the way that this system works is basically through Excel spreadsheets and PDFs that are shared between the bookies, and then the onus is on the bookie to basically check a name on a PDF and see whether or not that cross-references with someone who makes an account. As you can imagine, it's not working very well, highlighted by multiple instances of bookies reaching out to people who have been self-excluded. BuddyBet being one of them. They received a bit over a $13,500 fine for reaching out and sending emails to 232 people who had already self-excluded through the NTRC. And of course, BetNation, who also received the same fine, which honestly is a slap on the wrist and is pretty pathetic if you ask me. But they received the same fine for also being found to send promotional material to people who had signed up to the current self-exclusion system with the NTRC. Not only that, it turns out there was a guy, Mark Kempster, who actually reported that he wasn't even a previous member with BetNation. He'd signed up and self-excluded from the NTRC, yet BetNation still somehow sent him promotional material. So not only was he not a previous customer with BetNation, but they still somehow sent him promotional material, even though he was self-excluded through the NTRC. So I'm not too sure how that could possibly come about. You'd have to potentially think some sinister activity. Maybe BetNation have somehow got a list of people who were on the NTRC self-exclusion register and maybe sent some advertising material to them. Who knows? We're speculating now. I'll let you guys be the judge. But essentially, hopefully this BetStop will provide gamblers with a much easier way to self-exclude themselves from all bookies in Australia, all online wagering companies in Australia, not only preventing them from placing bets, but also receiving marketing material. So it's a big plus for basically improving the welfare of problematic gamblers in Australia. Cheers, guys. If you or anyone you know could benefit from BetStop, I've got the link to the BetStop website in the description, as well as in the link tree in our bio. Cheers.